If you're a web designer, here are 4 Wix Studio features you gotta know.
All right, family. I think we are live. It looks like some people are popping on. Let us know if you can hear us. Okay, family, real quick, we'll do a mic check before I continue. I see we have Shalom on. We have Derek coming in from Auburn, Washington. We have Dan on coming in from Levittown, PA.
Wow.
Let us know if you can hear us okay. I don't have a sound guy today. Well, at least right now. We'll be back in a moment, aka Seafood Larry. So I'm hoping you guys can hear us. Let us know if you can hear us. I don't know if they can hear us.
Can you guys hear us?
Oh,
Type
shout.
in
Look,
if you can.
anyone that's watching this later and you can't hear us, I apologize if Seafood yelled in your ear. Thank you,
Sounds
Dan.
good.
All right, okay, then we're gonna go ahead and get started. Just wanted to make sure that you guys can hear us before I started doing my normal spiel and then find out no one can hear us. Because again, sound man is not in the office, but he will be here shortly. All right, family. Well, welcome. We're Enter Tai Chi / Enter Shaolin. I'm host CJ Jamie. This is Seafood Fu. Seafood Larry will be joining us here shortly in a few. And it is April 26th of 2024. Can you all leave? The April is almost over. I personally cannot. But the good news is coming up next week on the 1st is Enter Shaolin's 10th birthday, which is going to be the official launch. So I'm super excited about that. It was supposed to be for this webinar, but unfortunately, with the platform that we're using for virtual rooms, they had some new updates and a couple things needed to be worked out. So I'm working with support to get those fixed. Our official launch, once I get all the kinks out, will be May 1st, which is next Wednesday. So make sure you mark that on your calendar. It'll be 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the YouTube live. And then we'll be doing the members only one on our private Zoom at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So same time as tonight, 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. just on Wednesday, which is the 1st, aka our 10th birthday here at Enershon, which I can't believe it's already been 10 years. What about you, Sifo? Does it feel like it's been 10 years?
I thought it was like 9.
No, it's 10. It's 10, the Big 10. All right. Thanks for letting us know, Carp. Good to have you on. Caesar's coming in from San Diego. Yay, I'm glad you're on, Caesar. I know you're going to be able to make it tonight, so glad that you are on. All right, family, what questions do you have for us tonight? Let us know.
Usually Shalom has one.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, what? Am I in the Twilight Zone?
Shalom didn't start off with the automatic question. Are you okay, Shalom? Give us a thumbs up.
Are you in the Twilight Zone? Am I in the Twilight? Am I being punked here?
You might be being punked. All right, family, if you haven't already, please do strike a like. Make sure you share this onto your favorite platforms and send out to all the people that you love. Don't share this secret. I know it's a good one, but be kind and share it on. It does help us to be able to get the word out, and we really, really do appreciate that. Damien says, Team 5 animals. All right. Well, all right, Damien. I think, do you have any questions?
Maybe he's saying Team 5 animals.
Do you have any questions, Damien, that you'd like us to cover in regards to the 5 animals? Since you are Team 5 animals, maybe we should make that into a shirt. Like Team Tai Chi, Team 5 animals. Let me know if you guys would be interested in some Shaolin shirts that are niche based to specific styles, because if so, I whip some up for next week for y'all. I'm thinking of some cool ideas for some kind of team looking shirts for that. Don is coming in from Toronto, Canada. Good to have you on, Don. Let us know if you have any questions. Right now, you guys are all quiet. Let us know how your week was, what you've been up to. Anyone have a prayer request? Let us know. What about you, Seafood? Do you have any news you want to share with family, or do you have anything that came up with one of your students that you want to share as some sage wisdom for the family?
In terms of Enter Shaolin.
Enter Shaolin, your book, anything you want to share?
My invention is being shipped this week.
Okay.
My Omni Switch is getting done. He finally did the final prototype.
Okay.
So we're gonna be getting that shipped to me this week. And like I said, by the end of this week, I should have it, he said. And then I'll be able to use it. And then we'll be starting to talk to investors.
Oh, nice. All right.
Oh.
Well, that's good news.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is definitely good news. Oh, hey, there you go. Shalom. Shalom says, Sifu, can you talk about how you developed the current NDN from what you learned from your grandfather?
Damien
Oh.
had the questions first.
Oh my goodness. A bunch of questions came in all at once. So let me scroll up because I didn't realize that many people sent in chats after the 5 animal in Toronto, Canada. So let me go up. We'll get back to you, Shalom. I'm so sorry about that. John J says, hi, oh wow. Computer took really long to load tonight. Could hear you, but couldn't see you. Then could not chat. Well, I'm glad that it seems that everything is working now. So I understand. I was having some tech issues going live earlier, so it's been one of them days. And just so you know, John, because I just insulted, maybe you were on for the whole thing, or maybe you were. Just let everyone know. Hey, 80 told, good to see you on. We're going to go in live next Wednesday. Hopefully, you guys can make it on for the 1st, because that is Anashan's 10th birthday. So we're going to be doing some really cool stuff. Might be doing some giveaways and some other neat stuff. I'm not sure all yet. I got to talk to the crew and get all the details down, but we're gonna be doing something cool. I promise that much. So if you can make it at the same time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, Damien says, can you show dragon blocking uppercuts?
Okay. Uppercut is you're talking to the body or to the chin. Can you specify that more? For us, I don't like using blocking techniques. I prefer counter striking techniques. They're much more efficient and effective. If you block an uppercut, allows the guy to fall through with another strike. If you attack an uppercut, it allows you to fall through the strike.
Oh my goodness, there's Sifu Larry. We didn't know if we had sound or didn't have sound. I'm glad you joined us. All right, let me see if he wrote us back. So far, that is a nothing. How about we show
uppercuts can be very difficult to stop, especially if the guy can get in tight and come in from underneath. So it's one of the most difficult things to stop. That's why you don't want a guy that close to you, unless you're gonna go into cutting an angle or grappling state. Okay, and I'll get to the face.
All right.
Okay, so give me an uppercut to the face. If I do like this is one of the best things if you're at distance. Now, if it was this tight, where there, I'm actually caught. I would never want to allow myself to be in position that close where I don't have contact on the arms, because it can come out of nowhere. It's hard to see, hard to stop. Even if you can see it coming, it is one of the most difficult things to stop if you're in that close range, not in control of his arms. Or neck. If I can take his body, prevent his arms going in, I would do that. But if a guy's upcutting me underneath, like gotta get my chin. So this is one of the best things you can do. You cut and you raise your forearm in to protect that area for your jaw. So if you come and punch it, again, you just go into this position. And you cut the angle using forearm, and you allow your wrist to turn the energy up, because you want to catch it from underneath here, then you can get the arms that way. And then that would be a jerk towards the shoulder and the elbow. I would snap into this and create this. If she had a foot there, I can slide that in and cause it a trip too. But it's one of the efficient ways. They're trying to, like, I'll do the punch.
Okay.
But they're going from here, and they're going from like that, and that's a range type of hit, not a close range. And like I said, close range are very difficult to stop. If we're in a clinch in this type of position like this, that's very hard if you're not controlled. Me, like I said, if I'm going to get this close, I want to get their neck. I got to get their arms in position where I can keep control, because their arm can move in tight like this. When you tight punches like that, they're very difficult to stop unless you have contact on them. Then if you have contact, then you can control them, because I can manipulate the swing and the pressure on the shoulder and wrist, depending on the contact. But from a distance, like I said, this is one of the best things you can do. Cut the one step backwards, but when you step backwards, do not shift your weight backwards. In other words, don't do this and step where you put your weight towards your rear. If you do that, they can press you. The goal is to step backwards, but put your pressure on your lead leg. So when she's punching, I have my pressure on towards my lead leg. So my hip is turning this way. Why? Because my body wants to put pressure on the arm. So she kept pushing in. I have the ability to roll her off me. If I put it in the rear, I don't have structure, I don't have pressure, and I won't be able to turn the energy. So even though I step backwards, my leg goes this way. I want to turn my body in so I can put the pressure on the arm. And it also allows me to turn away, yet still turn into it at the same time. So this is a dragon technique where you go sit and then you can go in. So again, I'm not going to hit her because I'm not going to hurt her shoulder. But this can be a lock in the arm to the shoulder, so I can hit this and put that pressure up in her shoulder. I can, if she overextended herself, that would be coming from a lock in this, or I can counter with a punch to the body too. So again, these are options where you just go into the body from there, and then again you can do a dragon, like I can do like I'll do it slow. But when I'm like here this way from this down up in this way and then come this way. So this is a counter technique where you just cut this way, turn, hit, take the palm, rotate, hit this down. The reason why we want to do this is if she's trying to throw a combination, it makes it difficult for her to do that. So I want to hit the body, hit the arm to prevent her from moving her arm in. Once her body moves forward, I'm actually going to go from the closure into the exposed, hit with the palm here, turn my hip from there, rotate along the face. That makes her head go backwards again. I'm trying not to let her body come in. And then I pull her in with a strike with my forearm and elbow. And then again, you can claw them like this and make their face go up, and then you can press down on them. So in a sequential move, you're doing like this, like here, and then here, and then here, and then and calm. So again, you cut the pressure on your opponent. You cannot take it away. The pressure will come, take it backwards. Step backwards, come up, rotate the hips from that, and like you see, I rotate. And again, I hit her arm, I hit her body. It just make choice. So you can go from this position here, no, from here, here, and then again. Once I hit this dragon, usually we'll just make a circular motion, go right back up. So I'm hitting her here, but again, damage her arm, prevent her body, because she can't hit me if I turn her this way. Yeah. And then this hand here comes right back. Forearm, fist, strike, claw, it doesn't matter. I fall through with my body weight this way. Hand hooks in to bring them in from the neck, because once I do this, it prevents their body from coming in as easy. And again, I strike them, claw him here, and make head go up and finish it out with her. That's one. Again, there's different connections, different ways. You asked me if I want to eat one.
All right.
It's like, how many ways can you eat a Kit Kat bar or a Reese's peanut butter cup? Sounds like a commercial. How many ways can you eat a Reese's peanut butter cup? Let's see.
Oh my goodness. Hopefully you enjoyed that. That was fun. Let's see, Damien put up some dragon emojis. Shalom said, okay, this is now the Shalom. And Damien said, to the face, nice. Yeah, very nice.
He was saying to the face.
I know, but it sounded cool if I put it together. Because you went to my face, you see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, I tried to go to your face, and then in the end, you went to my face. All right.
And the end went to your face?
Pretty much. Shalom said, see, but can you talk about how you developed the current NDM from what you learned from your grandfather?
The basic thing is I took principles from all my years of training. I took the principles that I learned and I used that to apply towards the technique. And that's how I started teaching through principles. One of my teachers was telling me when I was practicing, I was like, so should I do this way? I'm looking at the postures and how to hold the hand, blah, blah, blah. He said, it doesn't matter which way, like, should I hold my Tai Chi this way, like this, like this, like this, like, different ways, different angles, different positions. He said, it doesn't matter. This is the most important thing is that you have to follow the principles. And then that's what kind of gave me a light bulb to start focusing on when I started teaching. And then the NDN system that I developed is just from all years of learning how to study the energy through the 8 steps that I learned, through the Tai Chi that I learned. Because I understand in the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Those are just words.
Right.
Whatever you want to call it, whether it's Kung Fu, whether it's Tai Chi, whether it's Judo, whether it's all energy. And so I took away the focus on what style should be and focus on how the energy should be. And so that's how I started teaching it. And so that's why our principle is don't let style define you, let energy refine you. It's not about whether it's karate, judo, boxing, Muay Thai. It's irrelevant. At the end of the day, if you're punching someone, it's a question of does it do the damage? If it doesn't, then what are you doing wrong? So changing style won't make it any better if it's not taught properly. So through that, I just started developing more principles and start focusing on that and understanding the energy behind the principles. And I start breaking that through that way rather than teaching movement. Like instead of giving you fish, I taught you how to fish. And that's the kind of principle I'm going by. I try to get people or my students to understand the mechanics, understand the way the energy involved in it. And so they can, if they can better understand it, then they can practice it better and know when they're right, know when they're wrong when they're doing it. And they can start to actually start becoming improved upon that technique because they understand the basics of mechanics behind it.
Mhm. All right, Dan, can you explain the energy of tongue touching the roof of the mouth? And this is really a good principle whether you're doing Qigong, Tai Chi, or just fighting in general. Can you share a little bit about that, Sifu?
Yeah, when we place the tongue to the roof of the mouth, I like to say you place the tongue, don't press the tongue. What I mean by that is the tongue should be just touching the roof of the mouth, but it should be put with force because that's causing tension. So you don't make that hard sound that's pressing the tongue hard up in your roof. You just want to place it to where you feel like it's blocking the airway. And the reason why we do that Tai Chi is because you're breathing through your nose. When you combat, you're not breathing through your nose. You're actually breathing through your mouth because you need the air take much faster. You can take a slow breath through your nose. You're not going to take a slow, fast breath through your nose. So when you need to take more oxygen, when you combat, you're going to be through your mouth more than you would in your nose. So the practice of the tongue is more to keep the controlled breathing in your Tai Chi. So you're not just letting air out too quickly out of your mouth or inhale in too quickly. It's more controlled breathing to keep it slow, and you're practicing Tai Chi, you're doing it slow, so it works that way. But when you're like practicing punches and you're grappling and you're kicking and you're flipping or whatever you're doing, it requires some energy. Do you ever see a breather, a runner, when he's running really hard, someone exerting hard, you see them go, no, they breathe out of the mouth. They always breathe out of the mouth because they need faster air intake and out and releasing the air as well. So in practice, placing the tongue to the roof of the mouth is good because you want to keep your breath slow. You want to relax the body and control that breath so you're not allowing the air to escape or intake the air too quickly. You breathe through the nose for that. And in combat, you want to open your mouth. I don't mean open your mouth and fight. I mean, I say breathe your mouth. You breathe through your mouth more. But like I can take a breath in. When I exhale, I'm usually going to be through my mouth that way.
I like to keep my tongue at the top of my mouth though when I'm training because if someone pops you, it also like helps you keep your mouth shut so you don't accidentally bite your tongue. So I was also
that's training. I'm talking about combat when you're fighting for your life. When someone's trying to kill you.
Yeah, I'm not thinking about that.
Yeah, I'm talking about in combat, not in training. Yeah. Training is more controlled. You're not under extreme pressure.
Let's see. It says also from last week about staying 30 minutes out because I was by food. I did it again. I don't think I understand what you're saying. Can you rephrase that you told me? Let me know. Let me know. And Dan said thank you, Sifu. And Damien says, if it's all about proper energy, can you call it whatever you want? Could I combine leopard and tiger and make a lion style?
Well, if you bred a lion and a leopard, you wouldn't get a lion.
Yeah.
You would get like a lion or a liard or something. You can make it whatever you want. You can call it whatever you want. It's a question of whether people want to learn it.
Right.
If it's effective, if, for example, you made your own system and you prove that you could beat everybody in it. You went to MMA with one arm, you beat everybody. Everyone's gonna want to learn it. What are you doing? I want to learn it. Nobody really understood Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune Do until he went and demonstrated and proved that he could beat people through it. And people were very impressed with his skill, his speed, his power control, all that stuff. So he demonstrated to the point where it showed how awesome what he was doing was. And people like movie stars and everything, they start training on him, martial artists who he met, who were high level, and he just destroyed them like they were nothing. They're like, okay, this guy's got something I need to learn. So at the end of the day, if you can prove what you do is effective, then people are gonna want to come and learn from you. And if you're sure, oh yeah, I got the style, and even a 3-year-old kid's knocking your head off and you can't block anything, then no one's gonna want to learn it. It's a question whether it does have value where people find a value and want to learn from it. So you can do whatever you want. The question is it going to be worth value to anybody who want to learn from it and pass along does it have the ability to do that? Does it have effectiveness? Does it have a purpose? Now, again, effectiveness doesn't mean combat. It could be for health. It could be whatever the person is training for, right? Physical peak of performance, whatever. It depends on what you're using it for, and is it very efficient and effective in that purpose? So, energy is energy at the end of the day. Like I said, I don't care if I just did this and I want like this. What kind of punch is that? Anybody who trains in Wing Chun is gonna say, "Oh, it's Wing Chun." A guy who is a karate guy might go, "Oh, that's a karate punch." Boxer, "Oh, that's a boxer punch." It depends on the personal point of view. It depends. Right. Everybody has some type of bias based on what the training is. So, unless you're training at all different styles, and he's like, well, I've studied all kinds of styles, so I can tell that's this, I can tell that's that. So it doesn't matter at the end of the day. That's why we never argue about styles or anything. I look at the energy. To me, I don't care what it is you do, whether it's boxing, with Thai, whether it's judo, jiu-jitsu, or it's kung fu, whether it's Japanese, Korean, Indonesian. The question at the end of the day is it effective? Is it efficient? Does it work well? Can you recover from it fast? Does it prevent harm, like spending more energy? Is it size, strength and size based? That all comes down to the fact at the end. When you're a 98-pound girl and you're a 280-pound guy using size strength, and then you have her do the same thing to another two, it's not going to work too well, will it? So it depends on whether it's efficient, effective, what your purpose is for it.
All right, just passing through says, do you have a favorite Tai Chi style? I learned the Taoist long form, but not many people are aware of it.
I have learned Chen Wu Shan, Chen Wu Shan Yang. So I think I learned 4 different styles of Tai Chi. I always reverted back to the Yang style. And the reason why is because it was the most natural to my body. Chen did a lot of sinking, a lot of lowering. So it was really hard on my knees. And I was young. I was doing a lot of training, and I was very good shape. But even still doing the Chen style Tai Chi, I could feel my knees aching after a while. And the teacher I was learning from said, yeah, often people got older, they veered away from Chen and started going back to Yang, but it was more natural. It wasn't as strenuous on the knees. So I steered away. I did Shun style, and I didn't like it because they had a certain type of lean to them. Like when they do like brush knee, it was like, I don't know if you could see it. They did this, and they had a little bit tilt to them, and they brought their body forward, and so they were like this. And I felt off center. I felt off balance. I didn't like it that much. I like Yang because it was very natural to the body. In other words, it was properly aligned to the way it's made. You're not like reaching, you're not being choked up. It's supposed to be a natural seated position from the shoulder, and then a natural position from the wrist where it's supposed to be properly aligned. So I really like the Yang style the best that I've learned. Now, could it be better? It depends on the person. Look, some people like 3 sugars into their coffee. Some people like 10. Some people like 2. It just depends on the flavor. Right. Some people don't drink coffee at all. So everybody has their own flavor. Again, that's up to you to what you decide, and whether it's at the end of the day, if it's something that you find beneficial, that you can improve upon, that you're grown from, then that's fine. For me, it's about the energy. I don't care what style. Tai Chi guys and girls come from different training, and I never changed their Tai Chi. I look at the energy behind what they do. I don't say, oh, well, no, posture says to do this. The posture, I don't look at that. I look at the transition of energy. Is your energy right? Are you projecting out to your wrist? Are you rooted? Are you torquing from the wrist in the waist? Do you have the 5 bows? Do you keep the rules of energy in your body and stuff like that? So I look at that. It's like saying, pick 2 numbers equal 10, right? And someone says 5 and 5. Well, someone goes, well, I like 6 4. The other one says 9 and 1's better. Again, the argument can be whatever. At the end of the day, if 10 is perfect, it's right, then it doesn't matter which way you do it. Now, you can't do 9 and 8, right? Because that won't equal 10. Or 1 and 4, it doesn't equal 10. 10 is the right way is the right method, no matter what way you go about it. If you get the 10, it's right. It doesn't matter whether you are doing Chen style, Wu style, Shun style. If the principle's right, if the energy control is right, then that's fine. Now, if the energy control is wrong, then yeah, I would say it's wrong. I've seen people where it doesn't matter what style they did, but I see people do energy when they're like this, and they go, and that's wrong, because you can see it's going back into my shoulders, as opposed to going to the wrist. And so I do pressure tests. I show people all the time, like, okay, do your form. I'm just gonna go like this and just put my so you're gonna put your hand on my wrist.
Okay.
So I'm like this, and I'm gonna try and bring up. It's like, oh, okay. And at the end of the day, I test them, and they can't bring their hands up, and they're straining like this, and it's because then they're not projecting the energy right. When you do it right, it's just like that. That's proper energy projection. If you are straining to do the movement under pressure tested, then you're doing something wrong. Okay. If she's holding my hand like everybody sees, ward off, right? So don't let me bring my hands up. I'm like, hold on. That's wrong. Ward off. It should have no effort. If there's any effort, then you're not doing it right. You're straining from the shoulders. You're actually bringing what I like to call negative energy. Negative energy is not energy that does not go to the wrist. So if you're doing like this, if you're doing ward off, you're going like this, or you can see it's going back to my shoulders versus me basing, driving up, and you can see it's still here in the wrist and the structure still sound. Because remember, Tai Chi is any style really should have the same kind of hard and soft. I should have structured in my body, and I should have softness and flexibility. I should not look stiff, but I should look solid. I like to say hard enough to hold, not hard enough to resist, soft enough to bend, but not soft enough to collapse. You have to find the median in your form, no matter what style you do. And again, I never say this style's better or that style's better. I look at the energy. Is your energy right? If it's right, then I have nothing to say. Oh, you were like 8 and 2. I was like, great. And, you know, everyone's no, 5 and 5 is the best. 5 and 5. You did 8 and 2. I won't argue. It's like, yeah, you got you did it right. So it's irrelevant. But are you 8-2? Are you 9 and 7? Like, yeah, if you're 9 and 7, you say that's the best. I was like, no, if 10 is what's supposed to be right, and you're not there, then you're doing it wrong. Then it doesn't matter what style you do. It's still wrong.
Facts, and more facts. All right. Let's see who's care of that one. So Shalom says, Sifu, if you want to learn something new, you should check out the
Agi, yeah. I've seen it.
I'm not sure, something jujitsu.
Aki Jiu-Jitsu. I've seen it, yeah. I'm familiar with it. I don't know it, but I've seen it.
I've heard of it before, but I haven't personally seen it. So it's amazing for grappling. Sand dude, so, and again, you know, as long as the energy's right, of course it's amazing, right? So all that is needed for any grappling to be amazing. Dude says, Sifu, any insight on the tiger style? What's its specialty, what it's good for, principles and purpose, and what its focus is mostly?
Tiger is good for ripping and tearing flesh. It has heavy palm and fingers to rip. It's good for circular motion with linear motion, circular to flex and intercept all points that come at it, and then the straight lines are ones that are used striking. So she's punching me. Tiger is like circling. So you can see I'm circling the energy, and then the strike comes here. So punch me again. Tiger can be like this, punch me again, and then goes like that. So you get bang, bang, bang. So these are arcing of the hands like claws. And so we actually learn how to do circular motion like this. So she's punching me in the face. I can do like, see how I can do like this, and then and into that. She's punching me. I can go like, and then go in. So again, you see the circular motion that's coming in. The whole point of a tiger is that it's to take pressure off the body through the circle while put pressure through the drive. So that's the tiger. And again, when it hits, it's supposed to hit heavy with a paw, and then the hands can close to wrap, get flesh and rip flesh. So you have to have strong fingers. You have to train for the fingers to be strong. But again, they're designed to hit into the flesh, and you want to close it tight. So when you make a circular action, so I'm hitting her like this, I make a circular action, I am tearing flesh. I am ripping flesh like claw would. So those fingers represent the claws, the palms represent the paws, and the body, the mass, sinking into it and putting your weight forward is how I just did this, and you can see I just do like this. It's like that. But when I put my weight, it's much more powerful because I have more mass behind what I do. So you want to make sure that you are heavy like in your strikes, not forceful, heavy. Heavy is like she's lifting my arm up. I'll just do one arm. You can do both arms on me.
Lift it up.
Yeah, just pick it up. This is forceful. It's a lot of energy, but it's not focused. Heavy is you can feel my body. So it's my whole body connected to make the movement together. And that's with any style. That's the way you want to learn. You got to use your body to get your power out. You can't throw momentum. A lot of people try to throw momentum, and the body helps push the energy. When you connect, you learn how to drive the energy. And they're two different things. It's kind of like throwing something like a javelin, where you have the heavy end in the front versus heavy end in the back. You understand? If you throw it from the front, you can pick it up most, it's going to drop. You throw it from the back, it's going to want to drop. You have to drag. It's harder to do. You want all the energy in the front. You don't want to have to be from the back trying to push to the front. You want it in front. So if you have to throw it, you want to weight forward, because that's where you want to send the energy the most to get to the first. So you want everything in body to put it into the hands and the elbows. So when you're moving, you can see it's there. But if I'm like this, you don't see it in my hands. You see it's going like away from me. Versus everything's in front. So when you're getting hit, or you do hit, you want to feel heavy. So if I told her to punch me, and I punch me in the gut, I'm like this, I don't have that weight. Versus she punches me and I drop my body, I feel heavier. That's because I can center my mass to the ground. And so when I'm moving, my body has to be strong. So if it does get hit, it doesn't collapse under pressure. It has to be very solid and rooted, and then it can turn the pressure off at the same time. So that's the power of the tiger. Should feel very heavy.
Of the tiger, y'all. So get that, the fingers strong. Need strong fingers for that. All right. Sandy says, and seafood, two people equally weight, dragon, tiger. Who would have the upper hand? Whoever's the most skilled.
One or two things.
All that matters. Who's more skilled?
If two people have equal speed, equal power, and equal skill, Bruce Lee always said the one who could know to feign, the other one has the upper hand. He's going to be the one that tricks them, makes them believe one thing, go that way, take it from the another. It's like magic. Like, what's over there? Say nothing. Like distraction, right? So it's the same idea. The person who can feign, I could say that, when you're in combat, you set up. People always try to do like this, and she can see this punch coming, she can block it, right? But if I go, I distract her, make her think one thing, and I go another, it gives me the advantage. So feigning is one of the biggest advantage, especially when you're engaging, because obviously you're not in contact, you're not controlling the points, so you're trying to get close. So feigning is the best way to close in and get the advantage of hitting them before they can hit you.
Yep. Or whoever makes the first mistake. Let's see. Thin Dude said, I mean, style matter person to person, but theoretically, who is the upper hands? Again, like we said, it's just gonna matter who's more skilled and/or who can fake out the other one first, or whoever makes the first mistake. John says, Pistachio had the best martial arts, as slap fighting defeated many people. I don't know who that is. Do you know who that is?
I don't know, but
I trust you, John, though.
only thing I heard of pistachio is a nut. You.
So I'm like, oh, you're making me hungry, John. I was like, I want some pistachios. Oh, let's see. Just passing through. So thank you. Rick said, hi, all. I like the ring mini lesson. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. And we have lots of ring training inside the membership site for anyone that is interested. entershaolin.com. Sandu said, thank you, Sifu, for Tiger Insight. Interesting. Tiger is an aggressive style. Oh, yeah. It's not for the weak, for sure. It's definitely aggressive. Definitely. All right, family. Well, we have another 5 minutes. So does anyone else have any questions or anything they'd like to share with family before we wrap it up? Please let us know. Again, I just wanted to remind everyone that we're going to be going live next Wednesday, which is going to be May 1st. So the 1st of May, we'll be here at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, celebrating our 10th birthday at Inner Shaolin with all of you. And John J says, Masters of Disguise. Is that a movie? I feel like I need to for there.
Transformer. Robots in disguise. That's what you're probably thinking.
Oh, maybe. Maybe it's I'll pick it up. Taking me back to the 80s there for a moment. Let's see. Don says, what is your opinion of Bujinkan? I don't know.
Bujinkan. I don't know the style. look it up and we can.
All right,
see
let's
it.
take a look. We're gonna look at a,
Bujinkan.
I don't know if I spelled this right.
Bujinkam.
Let's take a look. All right, so it is an international martial arts organization based in Japan. The combat system taught by the organization comprises of 9 separate schools, which are collectively referred to as Bujinkan Budo Taijutsu. All right, and it's commonly associated with ninjutsu. So,
Okay.
you know about ninjutsu, so you can sort of comment on that.
Well,
little bit.
I don't know deeply into what ninjutsu has because there's movies
there's-
tell what ninjutsu is.
Well, yeah,
I've
there's
seen
a
the
lot more to
ninjutsu.
it.
I've seen ninjutsu martial arts style. It's very quick, fast, like with a lot of like hit moves and try to take a guy out quick. In terms of its effectiveness, I really don't know jujitsu well enough to say how effective it is.
But if the
But
energy
it comes right.
and the physics are in the right
Right.
place,
I,
A
I
plus.
I have to see. And again, someone can do it right from one
Mhm.
school and someone can do it wrong. So it comes down to the training and the teaching of the person and the training as well. So it could be very good, especially if it's an organization, they have a lot of students. Someone could be like born gifted and learn how to use it very, very well
Yeah.
and make it stand out. Bruce Lee did that for Wing Chun. Ivan did it for Wing Chun. And it just depends, really.
Yeah, the physics and energy principles that we talk about, it's not like we created these, God created the universal principles. We just have fun, unique ways of describing them and helping you guys learn and understand them. So there are people that know these same principles and use different acronyms or different ways to describe them and teach them. So it's not like we invented those type of things. That's something that God created. So there are people of other styles around the world that know these things too. And sometimes they're just not able to translate it and share it with their students. And other times they do, but it's just in a different way than what we do. So it's not like we invented the physics part or the energy principles. That's what God
We
did.
just learn how to express it.
Yeah, we just have a very unique way of sharing it. So I'm sure there are some amazing people that are in this particular style that do know the right way to project their energy and able to utilize physics to their advantage. I'm sure of it. I'd be surprised if there isn't many martial arts where there's some people that are like that. Let's see, John says Dana Carey played him, I think. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up.
Please, who?
Apparently Pistachio in Masters of Disguise. Do you know that one,
No.
Larry? No. Oh man, you stumped both of my movie buffs over here. Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm gonna have to go look that up, John. Same dude said, I would say style is for anyone or everyone. It's the training that you can say is not for the weak. Tiger, low stands and routine, painful. Yeah, no, it's Food talked about this before, really all of the animal styles for the most part, like are gonna be intensive on the body. Like you're gonna really get a good workout when you train in them stuff. So it's definitely not for someone that is not wanting to get in some good shape. Let's put it that way. All right, family, we have a couple more minutes. So there, is there anything you'd like to share with the fam? No. No? You just chillaxing over there? All right. All right, family. Well, John says it is stupid, funny movie. Well, you know what? Everyone needs a good laugh. So I'll definitely look that up. Remember, Masters of Disguise. Pistachio, your favorite nut.
I don't know, man. Watch a movie or play League of Legends, man. Awesome.
It's
Well, your
awesome.
computer can do both.
Do both, dude.
You could do both. You do it all the time, technically. So there you go. Sandy said, oh no, we already took care of that one. We already took care of that one. Oh, no, this is a new one for Sandude. Okay, Sandude, seafood and exercises or conditioning. What is one of the exercises or ability which most wonder you or think it's awesome to do if someone can? Your favorite, what? Okay, Sandude, I'm trying to decipher what this message is, but I think what you're trying to say is you want to know if there is some exercise or conditioning that like kind of just like blows people's minds that Sifu's able to do. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm paraphrasing because there's a lot of broken English there, and I'm the best I can. So please forgive me if it did not translate correctly.
That was Sandu, but he speaks pretty good English.
Well, this one was not pretty good. He usually is. He might be sleepy right now. So let me know if that's what you're talking about. Or you just like want to know like there's exercise or conditioning routine that's
I
mind
train-
blowing.
I
People-
train finger pushers.
Or are we trying to say something?
Saying
else?
all-time favorite exercises.
Okay. See, look how short and sweet that was. That made sense. All right, I'm loving it. So what is your all-time favorite exercise or conditioning?
Exercise-wise, push-ups. I like doing push-ups. I've done, you can see Larry. I do push-ups all the time.
He said push up.
And I do like tree climbers too. I like doing them. I do burn, and they're very good for your legs, very good for my knees. When I was younger,
Oh, those
my
are amazing.
teardrops were like an extra knee. People were like, what's your knee? Like, you look like you have two knees. My teardrop would go like past the halfway.
I've heard
point of my
stories.
knees.
I cannot verify. I wasn't there to witness. This was before my
Thank
time.
you, Larry, had witnessed it. They need my
But-
knees.
I've heard the stories with Sifu Larry.
Yeah. Like, so I did tree climbers a lot, iron pillars. I did that a lot for my legs. My upper body, I would do push-ups. I would do all kinds of variations of push-ups on my arms. I hit the different muscles on the shoulders, on the chest, and all that. So I love the feeling of the push-ups in the end because it felt like this heavy thing. It's like my body, it's like it just felt like a thick armor on me. When you're done, your arms are bloated, your chest is thick, and it's just full of blood, and you just like feel like you got armor on you.
Amazing.
But for my abs, obviously, it's the crunches. I've taken shots in my body. Big people, boxers, karate guys. I've taken hard hits from everybody. And he's witnessed it too. I stand there, I just have hit me. I'm like, give me the best shot you got. I stand there, they don't even move me. They actually come on me. Hit me harder. Hit me even harder. Give me the harder hit. And they're like, what the fudge? Like, what, you mean, an iron? So it's a very strong tendons. It's very, very strong tendons.
Darren says his is the crunch punch. That's a good one
Yeah,
too.
I love doing crunch punches.
That is a good one. All right, family. Well, it is 7:59. So we are going to sign off here with all of you on YouTube. But members, we're going to be over on Zoom in the next few minutes. So hop on over there. If you're not a member to Enter Shaolin yet, you can go to entershaolin.com/join, sign up, and email me at support@entershaolin.com real quick, and I'll send you the link. Everyone else, we'll see you when? May 1st. That's Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Everyone else, see you in a little
This
bit.
is to be easy to remember. May the 1st be with you.
May the 1st be with you. And may we all be together on the 1st. All right, family. Love you all.
Day of May.
Peace, and we'll see
He
you.
has always been that corny since I've known him. From
Jimmy
day
crack
one.
corn? I don't care.
Yeah, it's like that. He took me shopping one time. I'm going to the store with Sifu. We went shopping, you probably remember. And I was like at Acme, which is like a grocery store. And I'm walking like an adult because I'm an adult. And Sifu, he's behind me. And he goes, La, look. And he comes flying down the
Aisle.
the aisle on a shopping cart. He's like, look. And I'm like, oh my God, he's 12. And then if you lived around here, you might be driving down the road. And then this guy be on a wheel, just one. Cruising down the road. A friend of mine goes, hey man, does your Sifu ride
No,
one of
hold
those
on, hold
wheels
on,
down the
hold
road?
on. This is him.
Yeah.
That's how he explained. He's like, I saw Sifu. He always is the same posture when I see him. I'm like, don't take his wheel away. That's his fun.
Oh
That's his
my
fun.
gosh. Next to my children is the best thing I ever got in my life.
So if you didn't get a wheel yet, there you go. There's an endorsement from Sifu. We should find out if they have like an affiliate program or
So
something.
like you ever ski, it's skiing on land. That's what the best way I can describe it. It's skiing on land.
And that's it for this episode.